Welcome back to another episode of Chronicles of Tech. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Chloe. Today, we're diving into the nostalgia pool, or should I say, plug it straight into the wall to avoid those dreaded power outages?
Exactly. So, Chloe, have you ever wondered how video games transformed from those pixelated blobs on our screens to the stunningly realistic graphics we get today?
Oh, absolutely. But there's one burning question lingering over all of this. What do you think? The evolution of video games has made them more immersive or more isolating?
That's a strong question. Spoiler alert, folks, we're going to peel away the layers and answer that at the end of the episode. But first, let's hop into our time machine. Buckle up, because we're going back to the roaring 80s.
The 80s. A decade of big hair, neon colors, and, of course, the birth of home gaming. Remember the Atari 2600?
Oh, how could I forget? A box that was basically a wooden piece of furniture with a single joystick. I mean, you really got buff just moving that thing around.
Laughs, right? But hey, it brought classics like Space Invaders and Pac-Man into our living rooms. Those games had a charm that's hard to emulate.
Totally. And think about how revolutionary that was. Suddenly, you could play games without having to plunk down quarters at an arcade.
It was like inviting the arcade into your home and not having to share a joystick with a stranger who smells like nachos. Both laugh.
Fast forward to the late 80s, and we saw the rise of handheld gaming with Nintendo's Game Boy.
Yes. The one that literally entertained millions while requiring just 4 AA batteries. You might as well have added battery replenisher to your resume.
Chuckling, right? And with titles like Tetris, portable gaming became a new frontier. It was kind of like crack for puzzle lovers.
And who could forget the colorful graphics? Well, colorful in a we're pretending the screen is not green and black way.
Playfully, exactly. But then we leap into the 90s, a decade that was all about 3D.
Gotta love 3D. It was like the movie industry had a baby with gaming and came out with great titles like Doom and Final Fantasy VII.
Size dramatically, epic periods of entire weekends lost in those worlds. The guilt was real.
Laughs, and let's not forget, along with 3D graphics, dev teams started experimenting with storytelling like never before. I mean, Final Fantasy VII had us crying over pixels.
Who knew a polygonal cloud could cause such emotional turmoil, right? But hey, never thought we'd see the day where we transition from game cut scenes to full-length movies.
Speaking of, let's not skip over the PlayStation revolution. It wasn't just a gaming console, it was a cultural shift.
Oh, absolutely. Just as riveting as the launch of the internet. It was like stepping through the looking glass. Speaking of which, who can forget the first time they played Metal Gear Solid? Stealth mechanics? Mind blown.
I know. It was like playing a movie. And then, of course, we can't talk about the 2000s without mentioning the rise of online multiplayer. The moment gaming became a social thing.
Yes, the birth of Halo and World of Warcraft, a whole new meaning to let's get together.
Or, let's get together and not see our friends IRL for weeks.
Chuckles, true, but people were forging friendships across the globe. Then came the Wii. Who would have thought that waving a remote could count as working out?
Laughing, don't even get me started. I still remember swinging that remote to bowl. I had hopes of going pro in my living room.
Playfully, so, in a way, the Wii turned into a mixed martial arts training ground for couch potatoes everywhere.
Snorts, yes. And now here we are in the present, where virtual reality is knocking on our doors. We can literally step into worlds. I mean, it's almost like Ready Player One.
The technology is astonishing. But that brings us back to our initial question. Are we more connected or isolating ourselves?
It's a fine line. While games are more immersive, accessibility can lead to that sentiment of isolation. It's often easier to game with a headset than step outside.
Thoughtfully, very true. So it seems the more we connect online, the more we risk losing those in-person experiences.
Smiling. But let's remember that every time you play with a buddy online, you're still sharing stories. Just as someone enjoys a game for a bit of escapism.
Right. So it's all about balance, folks. Make those connections virtual, but don't forget the real-life high fives.
Exactly. And gaming will always evolve. Who knows what the future holds? Maybe we'll be gaming using brainwaves.
Laughs, hey, that's a nice concept. But for now, let's stick to what we know. So, are video games making us more immersive or more isolated?
Smirking. We'll let our listeners be the judge. So before we sign off, what's your verdict, dear audience? Remember, a balance is key.
Alright folks. Stick around for our next episode where we'll be discussing the rise of indie gaming. Until then, keep gaming, keep connecting, but remember, don't forget to step outside once in a while.
That's a wrap from us. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Catch you next time on Chronicles of Tech.